Good morning everybody, it's Graham from Unearthed. Sunday morning, everybody's in bed. I should be in the same place, but detecting takes over all the time. People ask me, do I ever get bored of surrounding my life with detecting 24/7? The answer's no, pretty much. Sad as it sounds, get a life. The reason why I'm pointing over here is because, look at that view. The farms are cutting up there, the fields are getting cut for silage and hay. The Lake District Hills in the background. What a better place, no better place to be on a Sunday morning than the Unearthed testbed. Now then, we're here on the Unearthed testbed with Teknetics T2 Plus. This is the latest Teknetics T2 model. Now on this testbed, as you guys know that watch this channel, we've had Fisher F75, G2 Plus, Minelab Equinox 800, Eurotech Pro, Fisher F44, Fisher F22, but we haven't had the Teknetics T2 Plus. Now, some of you guys have probably never even seen a T2 Plus and probably want to know a little bit more about it, but first off, I'm going to show you a little tip for you T2 users. Now, one or two of the old T2s suffer from something I call battery jump. So I'm going to explain it the best I can by resting the battery box on my chest. This is the battery compartment cover, and I'm going to clip it off gently to reveal the batteries. And if I turn the battery compartment cover over, you can see a foam padding. Now in time, you can see where the batteries have been because there's an indentation there and there's one there. You can actually get, see this foam padding here, obviously that's got a sticky back on it. The arm cut padding, you can actually buy this in strips, this rubber padding, which I think some of it's double-sided. You can actually cut them into strips. If you guys are with me, cut them into little strips like that, stick them down on there, one little area so it covers that little battery indentation, another one there, about double the size of a 2p. Just stick them on. Obviously this side's not going to be sticky because you keep the padding on, or the plastic on that side, and then you just clip them down, clip, and that keeps everything really tight in there. So it's a really good tip for you older T2 guys are suffering from that battery jump problem. That is the way to do it. And also with these new T2 guys, the new T2 users, some people are clipping the battery cover down but they're not clipping them in the bottom here. Make sure they're clipped in the bottom like that. Happy days, done. Right, let's explore the T2 Plus on the Unearthed testbed. Of course, you guys know it's exactly the same. That's the on button and the volume button at the same time. That's it on, and as I'm going round clockwise, the more I go round, the louder that gets until it hits maximum. So that's it on. I'm going to turn it off again and turn it back on to reveal the serial number. So you can see the serial number flash up on the screen. That's a digital serial number. Everybody else has a digital serial number on their screens. Take a note of it, guys. Pretty much everything's the same as the classic green Teknetics T2. However, this has got a difference, folks. So let's have a look. If I can just get out of that glare. Right, so you've got your discrimination side, your all metal side, which I don't use, but some people do and enjoy. That's up to them. I always stick with the discrim side of things. You've got the battery life indicator on the right. Happy days, easy. One of the easiest machines in the world to operate. Your menu button, press it once, brings up the sensitivity. You toggle the sensitivity by this, up and down. So simple. Goes up to 99. That's on maximum sense now. You hear a little bit of a blip. We are under power lines, remember, so you would expect that. Let's drop it down a touch, and you've got discrimination level. Again, you operate the discrimination settings, high and low, by this toggle switch. So very simple. And this is where it gets interesting. Number of tones. So 1 is monotone, so it's the same tone for everything. 1 Plus is my preferred setting for the T2. That again is a monotone, but I think shallow surface iron and large objects gives a squeal. Could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. So I use it on 1 Plus everything because I want to hear everything. 2 Plus is everybody's old favourite. So it gives you low tones for iron, high tones for anything potentially desirable. Then you've got a 3 tone, so it's a 3 tone system, and you've got 3 B, 4 tones, and then you've got DP and BP. Right, boost process, so it's added. It's different to the classic green T2. This has got the boost process added, which is there. I like the boost process, folks. I like the boost process. Sorry, I just had to drop that down a touch. So there's the boost process. Now the reason why I like the boost process is because on the classic green T2s it wasn't on there, which is a shame. On these T2 Plus it's added. On the F75 Special Edition it's added. On the T2 Special Edition it's added. And the early boost process feature on them machines, in my opinion only, and it's only my opinion, I didn't rate it. I thought it was washed out. I thought the signals were drawn out. It seemed to be a lengthy whine that it gave. It didn't home in on the target precisely enough. So I pretty much dismissed it. However, Teknetics in their wisdom have honed and tuned the boost process mode to give the metal detector a boost over deeper targets. So if you're detecting away on pasture and you suspect there's deep coins and artifacts in the ground, you're getting some wispy targets, stick it on the boost process and it'll enhance the target. And I think it adds a depth of about 2 or 3 inches, which doesn't sound a lot, but it's quite a lot in detecting terms. So there you go, folks, that's a tip. The boost process does work. Let's give it a shot. So like everything, I'm going to ground balance it. I'm going to come out, I'm going to drop the sensitivity down as I always do before I ground balance these T2s. Drop the discrimination on 0. You've got a toggle switch underneath there, push that forward, and it's ground balanced to 66, 67 on this particular field. Sometimes you guys will get higher readings, sometimes you will get lower, depending on your soil types and ground mineralization conditions, etc, etc. So what I always do on this is, a lot of people use it on the good old-fashioned 2 Plus. 10 disc, and they have the sensitivity anywhere between 75 and 85. Some have it 90, some have it maxed out to 99. I don't like, if I have it on 2 Plus, you've got to remember you're already building discrimination into the machine because it's it's a 2-tone system. So why do you have it as high as 10? Just drop it down a bit, drop it down 4 just to take the edge off things. So we're going to have it on that 2 Plus, 75 sensitivity, 4 discrimination. Let's give it a go for the targets. Nice and smooth. And you know, I do miss the T2, and I'm going to keep this particular model because I think I should have one in my armoury. It's so simple to operate, turn on and go. As you see, I'm away detecting within seconds. Straight away, registering the iron. Look how stable that is. Grunting away, not a problem. Iron again, just walk over. Now, on these machines, I always dig everything over 40, 41. Anything under 40 is usually junk, hot rocks, coke, you name it, ignore it, move on. Anything over 40, 41, dig. I've had Roman bronzes coming at 43, 44 on the T2. So there's a tip. Again, our friend the iron. Just this grass has just been freshly cut. Every week this test bed has to be cut. And there's a nice target, folks. Lovely bronze, decent sized bronze Roman. Japonidas type. Down about 6 inches. Bang. 72, 70, 72. Pretty stable. Not going to miss it, folks. There's the ease of use of this machine. Let's go on to some of the bigger copper coins now. We'll have a wander over a bit of gold. We'll hit a bit of silver. We may even actually, while we're here, have a look at the Hoard. I didn't want to, again, higher tone. Not a problem. Dead on. Look at that. Absolutely stable as anything. This machine is supreme in its detecting capabilities. It's such an easy machine. You can see why the T2 is popular. I just wish, he says whispering, that they would waterproof it or weatherproof it. But who am I to put that argument to them? Again, supremely fast around the iron, bits of iron nails, heads of iron nails, iron fragments. And again, just glides over the iron. Just ignore it and walk on. Don't stand there scratching your head. More tones, iron, grunts, iron, walk off. Gives you some idea of how much iron's on here, doesn't it? Which is good. So you get the grasp of the T2 Plus. Silver sixpence. Again, stable, 5-6 inches. Not a problem, is it? Not a problem, folks. Now then, let's have a wander over the Hoard. I want to speak about this Hoard actually before we actually venture onto to where it's buried. I don't know whether to let it or not. I've tried 4 different detectors over this Hoard. All you guys that know where this Hoard is, and you've seen the film of us burying it down just over 20 inches, bronze Roman coins in a ceramic pot, just up here. I was going to let it settle down. I'm detecting, by the way, as I'm walking towards it, so if you hear any bleeps and sounds in the background, that's my detector. But let's have a little talk about this Hoard. I have tried 4 detectors over it, not one has picked it up. Now I'm not going to film the detectors not picking it up because it's unfair on the detectors. The metal detectors in question are between 200 and 350 quid. So they're classed as sort of low entry machines, I guess, introductory machines. Very, very good machines for coin shooting, everyday detecting, but they haven't got the capabilities of hitting that deep Hoard. And what's the point of me filming the machines, disrespecting them, because it's not what it's about. You wouldn't buy a machine in that price bracket to go and search for deeper Hoards. You wouldn't do it. You know they're not going to touch them. They haven't got the capabilities of touching it. So I didn't want to do a film. I thought about it, and you know, it might put people off their machines. We sell them particular machines that have not touched this Hoard, and it would disrespect, I think, the manufacturer. And we don't want to upset anybody. We want to detect, we want to test detectors, we want to get out in the fields with them. We don't want to be showing people what they can't do. But I'm telling you now, they didn't pick this Hoard up. This T2 Plus might not pick it up as well, but chances are it probably won't. But you know, that's why we buried the Hoard in the first place. So we are approaching it, folks. There's an iron target just off it. Let's see if it hits it. And we're over it now. Well, it's not registering anything. There's a bit of an iron grunt going on. But let's just see if we can stick it over to the boost process, just to see if we can increase our depth capability. So we're on 2 plus, 3 tone, 3B, 4 tone, DP, boost process. Let's see if we can hike up the sensitivity a bit. 85. Can we go as far as 90? Because remember, we've got that junction box right above us. There's a target there, look. It's giving a bit of a... It's giving an iron grunt, because there's like we buried iron on top of it, remember, and around it. But there is a bit of a positive. It is registering something, folks. Surprising, but it's a grunt. Now then, you've got to ask yourself, would you ignore that and walk off? Chances are you probably would. Look at the numbers. It's giving just a... There. You'd probably dig that. Would you? Am I being desperate? Look at the numbers though, high. Well, diggable. Bouncing around, but they're nothing... coming in. Numbers are jumping around all over the place. There's a response there, folks, wasn't there? Wow. Interesting. So that 90 disc rim, disc level 4, boost process mode. It was actually giving. Have you seen it? You've seen it live, folks. I worked it out. We did it from different angles, and it hit the Hoard. It gave a positive-ish reading. There was low grunts in there. It's just whether the fine margins, whether you would hone in on that and dig it, because it was a very, very iffy signal, but there was a positive tone coming in. How interesting is that? So let's go back, boost process, we'll put that up to 90, 4 disc, let's give it a go again. There's the numbers. Jumping, but listen, it's a one way, it's positive one way and a grunt the other, and sometimes not, both ways. There you go. Wow. Shocked at that, folks. Good old T2, eh? Now then, that signal there hitting it on that angle, we would have dug it, you would have dug it. But just remember, when I come to it at a different angle, because there's iron around there as well, masking bits and pieces out, as we come over it, it wouldn't register at first, would it? So it was all about hitting that Hoard at the right angle. So, questions and answers, folks. What did you think of that? Were you impressed? I was impressed. I have to say, I was impressed with that. You imagine sticking an aftermarket coil on. If the Magic MGC Lab coils come out, the 13-inch 13x9, stick that on. We could be in for a bit of a treat with this machine. So, gives you a rundown of the T2 Plus. I'm going to speak out of the wind. I'm going to carry it all the way over here. Get out that blasted wind. It was flat calm yesterday, blowing from the east today, which is a pain. So I'm going to turn it off and talk about this T2 Plus very quickly. Now, you've seen its capabilities, you've seen how the machine can be set up. Brilliant, brilliant machines. What I am going to say is this, put my salesman's hat on. Unearthed. We have to sell detectors, you know that, guys. We are doing an offer at the moment on the T2 Plus. So you can see it's got T2 Plus at the top of their clip, so it's different to any other T2. If you buy a classic green T2 off us, which are on our website, there's 3 different packages. There's the machine only, and there is the classic green with headphones and covers and everything else. And then there's the T2 Plus packaged here with the probe and the headphones. What we're doing now up until winter is, if you purchase a classic green T2, which is the version down from this without the boost process mode, we are automatically upgrading you to the T2 Plus for the same price. That is a good deal. We are not advertising it on the website, but that's what's happening for over the phone deals. If you are interested in it, get in touch. Pretty damn good machine for the money. So there you go, folks. I hope that's helped. What else can I say about the T2? I am absolutely shocked at that. And of course, next week we bring the Equinox 800 up here to have a go at the Hoard. That has surely got to hit it. That has surely got to register a good target there, judging by that. But it just shows you, for these single frequency machines, the classic green T2 or the T2 Plus, what a machine. Fantastic. Thanks for watching, folks. Catch up with you guys very soon. Bye for now.